Willie D Live.
Are people doing fat transplants? Like, can you get fat from somebody else and put it in another person?
Not really. It's
It'll
just
kill them, huh?
No, it would make you very sick.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't. Let's say you wanted to do it. You would need to take, anti-rejection medications that are going to make you very sick. It's almost the same as if you were to get a heart transplant. It's a piece of someone else's body that your body is going to detect as foreign and attack it.
Right.
So if that fat is not your fat, let's say it's my fat, everybody's going to be like, hey, man, that's not your fat. This is bad. We're going to attack it and kill it. So that's going to make you very sick, and it's going to make wherever you injected that fat really, really hard, along an infection, just bad news. Yeah. Not something you want to do.
Do you remember where you was, what you were doing when you first decided, I want to be a plastic surgeon?
I do.
Okay.
I was in the middle of my general surgery training.
Okay.
Because initially I wanted to be a cardiothoracic surgeon, a cardiac surgeon.
Right.
And I did a lot of rotations. I went to Mayo Clinic back when I was a medical student, 20 years ago, let's call it. And I didn't like the fact that they don't have a life, basically. I was shadowing at the time.
And you're in Minnesota.
Right. I know. So I was shadowing this really, really, popular cardiac surgeon. Right now, I think he's like the chief of cardiac surgery at Harvard, Mass General. And he was a big deal over there. His dad was a big deal over there. His dad was a neurosurgeon. And, the nurses in the operating room asked him, oh, hey, have you been the last couple of months to see any of your daughter's soccer games? He was like, soccer? What's that? He had no life outside of work. And at that point, I realized, hey, I love what I do. I love being a surgeon. But I also want to have my kids and be able to go to the soccer games and have some sort of life outside of my job.
Yeah.
So at that point is when I decided I'm not going to do cardiac surgery. I want to be a surgeon, so I'm just going to do general surgery and choose at that point. So when I started my general surgery training, I, of course, was, antennas up to see, okay, what do I like the most in the whole world of surgery? And, I like a couple of different areas until I got to my, experience in plastic surgery during that training. And I was like, man, this is what I want to do. Because I call plastic surgery being gray. Everything else in surgery is black and white. You either need your gallbladder out or you don't. You either need a heart bypass or you don't. It's black and white. When it comes to plastic surgery, it's gray. Right? If you need your gallbladder out, you go to 10 different general surgeons and the plan is going to be exactly the same. Right? You got gyno or you are a mom that you want all this to pre-baby body status, you go to 10 different plastic surgeons, you're going to get 10 different plans. There might be similar plans, but this one is going to offer you lipo. Maybe this one is not. Right? This one's going to do the belly button this way. This one's going to do it this other way. Right? It's very, very gray. It's very artistic, let's call it. So when I saw that, I was like, man, this is what I want to do because I've always been very artistic since I was a child. So it was kind of like mixing multiple different things. And not just that, the fact that you have to be technically good and have really, really close attention to detail was also because it describes me. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is a perfect match. And at the end, the cherry on top was that of all the different specialties in surgery, no offense to all my other colleagues, the plastic surgeons were the happiest at all times.